When you're talking to members and friends in your talent evaluation community, scouting community, front office community, and the name Urban Meyer comes up, what is the discussion like, Daniel?
Well, I mean, I think you hear some of the same terms that you probably hear if you went to the grocery store, dumpster fire, train wreck, nightmare, all of the above. I mean, it was a catastrophic failure there. And, I think that in talking to my buddies, and I felt the same way, that the second he didn't board that plane, that was over. And it was just a matter of how bad it was going to get from that point on. Now, the one thing I would dispute, I saw some people with the take that he didn't, he jumped the line and he did not deserve that job and he should have never got that job. That's ridiculous. This guy's one of the winningest coaches in college football history. Like, there's nowhere else for him to go. That was, you kind of graduate to the NFL at that point in time if you want an opportunity. I think he paid his dues and he earned that shot. Now, he completely blew it, as bad as you can blow it, but I don't buy the fact that he wasn't qualified to be the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I just think the guy came in there with a tremendous amount of arrogance, came in there to show the NFL what he knew instead of going to the NFL to learn from those inside the NFL, and I think that's what got him.
Yeah, I think you nailed every last one of them, and my guys here on the set, they still shake their heads when they hear the whole concept about getting on the plane, that it was done, because they texted me the video that weekend of what Urban was doing in a bar, and my first thought was, wait a minute, is that now? Because that means he didn't get on the plane with the team.
Our minds were on something else.
Yeah, you were on. Yes. And that's what, there was no putting it back together. There was no putting it back together after a month. There wasn't. There couldn't have been, right?
No.
Right?
No. That was the beginning of the end there, and. There were the questions coming in there. Now, I'll be honest with you, Rich. I thought that had a chance to work, just because the guy won everywhere he's ever been, and this is Bowling Green in Utah. It wasn't just Florida and Ohio State. I thought it really had a chance to work. When they put the staff together, I did not love the fit there. It seemed kind of awkward, and then it was like everything you heard was like, oh no, this is not good. I mean, throughout the whole process. Do you remember early on when they said, hey, are you going to try and put in some of the Clemson stuff to make Trevor Lawrence comfortable? No, we're going to teach Trevor Lawrence how to play NFL quarterback. I'm like, oh, okay. So don't do everything you can to make your young quarterback comfortable. That's a great strategy. It was just kind of like all the way through the process. It was just one mishap after another, and then I think some personal failings factored in there as well. And you lose the respect. You lose the respect of your guys. I mean, you could see it when you watch the games when the players come off the field after a big play and you go to give him a hug, and it was like they didn't want any part of it. You could see it. It was very evident.
Well, maybe it could have been better if when he asked his coaches to defend their resumes, somebody could have said, well, I'm a 3-time CIF champion football quarterback, a Harbor League champion in basketball, and the 1999 Southern Conference champion, which is what you handed to me on a card on game day morning on Sunday.
I didn't want the producers coming to Rich and being like, hey, Rich, DJ, this segment we're doing every week, do we stay with it? And he goes, I need your resume. I need to know if he's a winner. Do we keep him on these segments on game day morning? I don't know. He's got to prove himself here. Because I'm looking at it from the outside. I know I'm a winner. I need to make sure this kid's not a loser.
That is a very impressive resume. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.